Hello everybody out there, I'm Chris and he's Mike.
Yo.
And we are all here today to look at this awesome ToysRus exclusive toy. This is the Star Wars Force Awakens 3.5 inch figure TIE Fighter vehicle. Now, as I said, this is a ToysRus exclusive. So this is not the standard TIE Fighter you get. The standard TIE Fighter looks like this. I actually got this for Christmas, and here's the 3.5 inch figure that you get with it. So this is the standard TIE Fighter with its standard figure that doesn't like to stand for some reason. Very little articulation for the figure, but still, nevertheless, it's not going to still. I'm going to sit him down. So this is the standard TIE Fighter. So I'm going to leave the standard TIE Fighter in frame while I take the ToysRus exclusive Starfighter. Now, this is considered I don't know, a worn TIE Fighter or a desert variant TIE Fighter. Let me actually close the box up and I'll actually have another piece to the background for you guys. That's okay.
Oh.
Here's the here's the figure you guys get when you see this set. The major difference with the figure is you'll notice the one for the regular TIE Fighter is just a standard black helmet. This one has the two red stripes down the middle. As far as the rest of the figure goes, basically everything is still pretty much the same. It's just a different costume, which is okay. I kind of figured they weren't going to go too far, you know, all out with the figure. The main attraction is the TIE Fighter itself. So I'm just going to put the figure together. I'm going to put his helmet on. That's what I mean by together. And then there's a minor assembly required. So just give me a moment because I didn't want to unbox this before we recorded. So it should only take a few moments. The TIE Fighter is super easy to put together. It's literally just the two wings. I don't want to show you guys because then it ruins the variant, but it's basically the two wings, the top part, the bottom, the missiles, and then the antenna at the top. So it takes little to no time to get this together as soon as you get it out of the box, which it is now out of the box. So all I have to do is snap all the pieces into their proper places.
It does look realistic though, the whole design of it.
For this one, yes, I agree. I really like the way it looks already. I'm gazing at it as I'm slowly putting it together, and I'm really liking the paint, the variant paint job on it. The bottom is always the hardest one to snap on.
Yeah, I could tell it was like, jeez.
I got it. But I got it.
Yep. Set the missiles.
There's the top. Top just clicks in.
Alright, so now
what we have to do is click
on the wings.
And whoops, it's upside down.
Yeah,
clip two.
There we go.
Okay, so we now have the TIE Fighter assembled. So this is your standard TIE Fighter. Remember how it looks, everybody? So I don't have to, well, I'll probably bring it up again on screen. So we're going to take that away. And I actually just realized I forgot one piece to this, which takes 2 seconds to put on. So do it really quickly. Oops, and I put it backwards. Go figure.
Yep.
Oop. And then it drops.
I'll get it.
There's a little antenna at the top, and it's a pain in the ass to get it in. Now I know why I forgot about it. Because nobody wants to have time for that. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So let's start with the figures again, since I have the figure right here. These are both the figures. As you can see, not much different, just the helmet. So the figures are basically the exact same figure, except this one has a different paint app on the helmet. Now, the big thing here, the thing that we're here for is this TIE Fighter right here. This TIE Fighter has a lot of really nice paint app. It's supposed to simulate, now see I can't, well, there we go. It's supposed to simulate the battle that happens on Jakku in the movie, and as you can see on the wings, you get a lot of, here let me take one of the wings off this one so you guys can see the difference. This is the regular TIE, oh you're going to have to back up the camera maybe a little bit. See, this is the regular wing that you get with a standard TIE Fighter, and this is the wing that you get with the ToysRus exclusive Battle of Jakku. I don't know what it's considered really. To be honest, it's called the ToysRus variant. I really wanted to. It says the First Order Special Force TIE Fighter for the 3.5-inch figures. It doesn't say more than that. It doesn't give anything on its box. So when you look it up, you can find it on ToysRus, and since ToysRus works with Amazon, you can find it on Amazon. So there's the major difference with the wings, as you can see the paint apps there. So it basically looks like it's in the desert. It looks like it's on the planet in the middle of battle. And then the major paint difference here, as you guys can see, is in the cockpit. You can see a little bit at the top. Top opens up. You can see on the inside. The inside looks exactly the same, though. I don't know if you guys can see inside of it. But inside looks exactly the same. You got the nice sand app. I love the sand paint application, especially right here in the center. Here, let me actually take...
Because it shows the nice effects to it.
It does. I want to actually show it, so... Here's the two of them. You can see this one's just straight up black. This one has all the awesome paint apps to it. There's paint apps on the bottom.
So you can really tell the difference.
Yeah, you can tell the difference. Here. So, you've got a rotating little gun on the bottom. You've got a rotating antenna at the top. It's a little stiff. You can bend it down if you want. Bend it up. Your 3.5-inch figure can fit. You just bend his legs in. Stick him inside. It's hard to do when you can't see the seat. But he does fit very snugly inside. And if you got the standard one as well, such as myself, you could actually stick the other 3.5-inch figure facing the other way, because apparently these new TIE Fighters, they have a double seat to them. Yeah, this is not working for some reason. Why is this pilot giving me such a hard time getting his button? There we go. You didn't want to sit down.
Usually you have to work it in. I mean, that's how some of the designs are.
See, mine is a little bit. My pilot's a little crooked. I don't know. It might be something I have to work on. It might be the arm. But definitely something I'll work out. Oh, no. I got it. There we go. See? Fits in nice and snug.
Yep, and then when you put him
top
in, he's
covers.
ready to fly.
There you go. And like I said, you can put the other figure next to him if you'd like. I really don't want to mess around too much with this TIE Fighter. I will attempt to. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to let it go, because I don't want to mess this up too much. But it is meant to have two figures inside at one time, because it worked. It worked perfectly. As you guys can see, you can fit both figures. Whoa, as I hit the camera, one facing one way, one facing the other. You got the pilot, and then you've got the guy piloting the guns at the back. This is a window. For the smaller TIE Fighters, the windows are fogged. I noticed the one that's like almost 2 feet big, the window is more of a translucent. One of the really cool effects that the TIE Fighters have is there's these two buttons at the bottom, and if you push them, well, the TIE Fighter basically, and then it breaks apart. So you can do that, and then it's easily reattached. You just stick them in. Of course, sticking them in that way, I would not recommend. Next time I'm going to
just do it
the right way.
way.
Yes, because that was not the right way. There we go. That one's in. The paint, I feel, for the TIE Fighter makes it a bit tighter. But anyway. And then you also have a red button down here, which I don't want to hit the camera, so I'm keeping it here. Shoots out the two missiles at the bottom, which is really cool. And then you just stick them back in. Kids, careful of your eyes. And I like, actually, let me keep the missiles out a second. The missiles look exactly the same, just FYI, but I love the paint apps right where the missiles come out also. Really nice. Really like the sand effect. If I would have known Toys R Us had this exclusive, I would have ran for this one first. But you know what? I have 2 figures now, so I have both pilots for this TIE Fighter. It's a really nice TIE Fighter. If you have to pick one or the other, I believe this is $25 at Toys R Us. I can be wrong, and I might be wrong, so double check those numbers before you buy it. But if I had to go back and choose between the regular TIE Fighter or the Toys R Us Paint App TIE Fighter, I would definitely go for the Toys R Us variant. But you can never have too many TIE Fighters, so I will have both the original and the Paint App one. See, and this one's starting to do the same thing. Sometimes there's no click, so you just have to take for granted that the wings are locked in. But that's really cool that you could self-destruct these. That's one thing the X-Wings don't do, is they don't break apart. The only other addition to this that would have been nice would have been a little, like, sound button. I know that easy 5-step models, which are a little bit smaller than these, they have buttons where you can push it, and they have sound effects. The TIE Fighters have lights. I have myself the Kylo Ren model. I got that for Christmas. I put that together, and it makes really great X-Wing sounds. I did order a TIE Fighter model. Maybe I'll put it together on a video. If you guys would like that, let me know in the comments. And they all have sound buttons. It would have been nice that if these toys also had that. My only other complaint is if you look at the X-Foil, everybody complains about this, and to be quite honest, these are TIE Fighters. Does the wing have to look super straight? Well, in this case, no, because they're fighting on a planet, so I think that the weathering on the wings are needed, but people were complaining that, as you can see, the wings aren't exactly completely straight. Let me be honest with you guys. If you're buying this for your kids, these wings are not going to be straight after about 3 times of play anyway, because the kids are going to keep going, pew, and the wings are going to come off anyway, and guess what? They're going to bounce on the floor, and they're going to get dirty anyway. So you know what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter that the wings, in my opinion, have a little bit of, oh, see, now that one clicked. See, I like when they click. It makes me nervous when they don't click.
Because then when they click, you know it's in.
Right. So, personally, I don't mind that the wings are a little crooked. I switched sides so you guys can see again. It's a little crooked here. A little. They don't have to be perfect, in my opinion. So, I'm very happy with how my TIE Fighter came out. I love the paint applications for the Toys R Us one. If I had to pick just one, like if God said you only can have one TIE Fighter in your collection, I would go with the Toys R Us exclusive TIE Fighter. I am warning you guys about one thing, though. When it comes to Pose X-Wing, there was issues, and in this case, it's bad. There were issues with the wings, with the cannons. So when you buy Pose X-Wing, which I did not buy, and I'm not planning to buy Pose black and orange X-Wing, be very careful. I don't know if they fixed that problem yet, but that's the main reason why you're seeing a TIE Fighter right now instead of an X-Wing, because X-Wings, anybody who knows me knows I love X-Wings. I've been a huge Rogue Squadron fan my entire gaming life since I was introduced to Rogue Squadron, and I love X-Wings. So if you're seeing a TIE Fighter here instead of an X-Wing, that's why. So beautiful paint apps, a really nice mold for a vehicle. The only thing that I feel like it would have added to the spaceship or the Starcraft would have been a sound card, a tiny sound card with maybe 2 or 3 sound effects. Does it ruin the toy because it doesn't have sound effects? No, because it doesn't say there are sound effects on the box anyway. I'm just saying it would have been a nice added bonus. But beside that, it's a really nice figure. It's beautifully painted. I like the variant to it, and really I have no complaints, and I wouldn't care about the wings, people, really, especially when it comes to the TIE Fighters. As you can see, this thing's stable. I'm nothing. So don't worry about the wings. The wings are fine. The figures are nice. I'm not a 3.5 inch figure fan. I like my 6.5 to 7 inch figures, but since this is for a vehicle, I can live with it. I know Dan's like, no 3.5 figures. But anyway, this is a really nice toy, and If you're interested in checking them out, I would definitely recommend checking them out. They're really nice to add to the collection. Tommy is going to be very happy in a couple of years, because I believe when the last part of the new trilogy comes out, he will be old enough to understand the movies a little bit more. And I don't know if he's going to go see the movie off the bat, but he's going to be really happy that Daddy has an extra TIE fighter for him to play with. But it's a nice little piece to add to the collection. Definitely a recommendation. And I'm going to stop now because I'm really stretching the end of this video out. As always, guys, links in the description below to all the really awesome things connected right here on Dark Avenger C86, Comic Frontline, Zone 4 Podcast, Frontline Gaming Zone, and Last Ember Press. There's an awesome thing underneath those called the comment section. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the Star Wars Force Awakens First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. I really like it. This is the ToysRus exclusive, and I would definitely recommend it. Till next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting. Can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.